What up, everybody? It's your boy, DL, aka The Church Guitarist, and I'm happy you guys have been hanging on and staying connected through these last almost 5 years of the Church Guitarist Club. And we're going to hit you guys with some new content, right? Talking about tours I've been on, conversations I've had on tour with different artists. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years. And I have some surprise stories I know you guys are going to want to hear. So stay connected, stay tuned. It's going to be great. Can I say Happy New Year a couple days in advance? I thought before we start talking about major 7 chords and augmented chords and different inversions and how to approach playing with a band versus playing by yourself, that I would do a 2024 New Year's resolution for guitar players. And this is mine personally, but if you care to come along for the journey, I think it'd be good for you as well. So here's the Church Guitarist 2024 New Year's resolutions. Resolution number 1 is become more acquainted with every note. I think it's better to be intentional than to be fancy. I have learned in the last 4 years that understanding where you want to be and taking advantage of every note you play is much more important than ripping up and down the neck of your guitar, trying to convince people that you can play. I heard an interview recently with Jubu Smith, and he made a statement when being challenged by another guitarist. He was saying, man, I love my guitar, and you're not going to challenge the love I have for my guitar. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I would rather play 5 notes a la or like B.B. King and play those 5 notes with passion and integrity and intentionality than to play 3,000 notes and am lost in my solo. So 2024, my first resolution is to become acquainted with every note. Even if it's the wrong note, I believe you can bend it. You can make it work. I think it was a bass player who said there are no wrong notes in the music. It is the person playing that song. If you are intentional with a wrong note, you can pull it off. So I'm hoping that you can kind of grasp that as well and take that with you on your journey. Resolution number 2, connect with the audience or the listener. I've noticed in soloing, sometimes I thought I was killing and I opened my eyes and nobody's really paying attention. I failed to connect with the audience. I remember distinctly the first time people cheered when I soloed, and it wasn't a bunch of fancy notes. I had probably derived 2 lines, and then I was going to do some repeating or whatever the case may be, and the crowd went crazy, but my eyes were open. I was looking people in their eyes. I was connecting with them, because a lot of times it's not about the speed of your licks. A lot of times it is about the passion of your playing, and they can tell whether or not you're passionate about it. And you can try to fake it if you want to, but the audience can tell. So my second resolution is to make sure I'm connecting with the audience. I don't care if it's an 8-bar solo. I'm going to connect with the audience. I'm going to make sure that they feel what I'm playing versus just hearing what I'm playing. All right? Connecting with your audience. That's resolution number 2. Resolution number 3, and we're done. Just 3 resolutions I believe that is going to affect my playing for the better and yours positively if you want to adapt these resolutions. Number 3 is understand the relationship between me and my instrument. I have learned in the last 4 years, and probably in the last year, that guitar is only an extension of me. It is to translate my voice. It is how I speak through an instrument. It does not control me. It doesn't pigeonhole me. It doesn't demand a certain thing. It is the opposite. I am controlling it. Whether it's 5-string bass guitar, 4-string bass guitar, whether it is a guitar, whether it's a 7-string guitar, whether it's jazz, R&B, gospel, that instrument is an extension of me. It's a part of me. It is, all it does is it accepts what I give it. I hope that makes sense. So a lot of times we're chasing pedals and tone, and we're chasing gear. And the bottom line is if you're not confident, you could have the best gear on the stage and still mess the show up or mess your portion up. If you're not sync, if you're not calm, if you're not confident, if you're not ready to go out there and give 100%, your instrument is not going to make up whatever percentage you're short. You're going to have to attack playing whatever instrument you play with confidence and a surety that not only do you know the music, you know what you want to say. And so that is my last resolution, to make sure I understand the relationship between that guitar and me. I'm in control. I'm in the driver's seat. The tone really comes down to my fingers, my hands. And do I play nervous? Am I in my head? Have I overthought this particular gig or this particular solo? Am I doing too much? Because my guitar is not going to make up the difference. My guitar is literally a transparent instrument that is conveying my heart through its strings and pickups and the amp. And so I have to be one here. I hope you guys are really listening. I have to be one here before my instrument will do what I really want it to do. And all of us want to go on stage and kill it, right? That's not about notes. That is not about trills or fancy runs. That is about the succinct oneness I have between me and my instrument. That even if a string goes out of tune, I can still make it work. Or even if the song is a bit fast or a bit slow, I can still make it work. 3 resolutions I think will help your year in 2024. And thank you for sticking along for the ride. I promise you, next year you guys are going to start seeing content like crazy. To all my YouTube followers, to Facebook, to Instagram, TikTok, I appreciate you being along for the ride. This is your boy DL, aka the Church Guitarist. I hope you got something out of today. I'll see you soon. Peace.